Hello everybody, I'm Blazer Rebecca, and welcome back to A Little Lily Princess. So a bunch of stuff went down, and we're here now. I only wish to... Generosity is a virtue, but it is not wise or safe to come in close contact with creatures of the streets. You must be careful to clean yourself thoroughly when we return to the school. Clean myself thoroughly? What the hell does that mean? That's really thoughtless. Generosity is a virtue. Do you even know what that word means? Look it up! Yes, Miss Minchin. Don't listen to what she says! Sarah looked back, but the beggar child had already disappeared from sight. How strange that one child should be hungry and dirty on the streets, while another rides in a fine carriage and knows nothing but joy and laughter. Now all these things happen quite by accident, because of the way that we were born. I can't help. What's one... Hold on. So I need the belief ones. Write in diary. Tea party. Go for a walk. Read a book. Writing. Visiting. Walking. Reading. Dancing. Okay. Yet from a distance, there was no mistaking Lily's shrill little voice. I want to hold the kitty! Don't be ridiculous. Sarah came into the room to find Lavania perched firmly in the window seat, looking down at the small child whose lips was beginning to wobble. Tabal is in my lap, and he is perfectly content here. Listen, you can hear him purr. That's because I am stroking him, and he likes me. Someone's a little conceited. I want to hold the kitty. Keep your sticky little fingers away from his fur. Lily's brow furrowed and placed fierce determination. Determination! No. Ignoring Lavinia's commands, she reached out to pick up the cat. Lavinia slapped Lily's hand away. The sudden movement jostled Tubba out of his comfortable doze. With a parting squeeze of his claws, he left from Lavinia's legs and hurried out of the room. Now look what you've done, you little brat. He scratched me, and have you damaged my dress? Excuse me, how is it her fault? Should've just let her hold the damn kitty. It scratched you because you're mean. You wouldn't even let me touch it. It wasn't fair, it isn't. A cat is not a ragdoll. You cannot snatch and tug at it as you please, or it will bite your hand. Is that too difficult for a child of 8 to understand? Yeah, coming from the one who just got scratched from it. So, She cannot help being younger any more than we can help being older. If she is 8, she is 8, but she will be 9 in the next year, and 10 in the year after that, and in 12 years, she will be 20. And that is quite grand. Save. Dear me, how can we calculate? I don't want to be 20. You will be when you are, and you won't be a while you aren't, so there is no reason to want or not want to want. No! Be quiet, or I shall slap your face. Yeah, let me just go get the cat so I can bite you again when you do that. You mustn't! Lion looked into Lavinia's blazing eyes. Don't you dare use that, then ran from the room wailing at the unfairness of it all. You ought not to baby her, Sarah. She must learn that she can't have everything her own way. Uh-huh! Yeah! Big talk, Lavinia! It's like, okay, so what about you getting things your way? Shut the fuck up. Apparently, Sarah thought that Lion was not the only student in school who might need to learn that lesson. No, screw Lavania. No, screw Lavania. I'm going with Marriott. Come and see. Ah, mademoiselle, you do not need to tug at me. This is a promise I follow. Her hand still held in Sarah as Marette stepped into the classroom. I'm sorry, I was too excited. That is quite alright then. Now, what is it that you wish to show me? Well, as it happens, it is more what I wish for you to show me. Miss Minchin keeps a globe in the schoolroom. I was hoping that you could show me where in France you were born. Ah, if it pleases you, mademoiselle. I do not think it will make so much impact for you, though. The distance between one city and another, compared to the world, is not so much. Dutifully, she turned the globe to bring France into view. Somewhere near here, I believe, would be Limoges. Sarah followed Marette's finger and smiled to herself. You're right. It does not tell me anything more than I already know. Could you show me where you lived in India? Here I think. Or somewhere nearby. It's hard to be sure, but this is where the ship took us. Sarah tilted her head and considered Marette curiously. You're very different from an Indian servant. My ayah was always kind to me, but she would never tell me if I were doing something wrong or making a mistake. Even when I asked for her opinion, she would always say that I was right. It's very confusing, sometimes until I learned to ask my papa when I needed to know something. Your papa wrote of you that you are a clever and curious child who was eager to learn, and who would appreciate having the reason to explain to you. Yes, that is just so. It was another sign of how much her papa had considered her needs and well-being, and it made Sarah feel warm to think about it. Every time Marette speaks to me, it is a gift from my papa. I do miss my ayah sometimes, and the other servants from our home. They were always a part of my life, even the ones that worked directly for my papa and did not speak to me. They were familiar. I wish I could see him again. All my life, I suppose my life hasn't really been that long, has it? But for all my life, I always knew that I would have to go away, like other children did. The climate of India is so very bad for British children, so we must return to England and go to school. That is what everyone says. I wonder, is the climate of England very bad for Indian children also? Perhaps that is why none of them traveled with us here. Perhaps that is so. If you say the climate is very different, then it could be very difficult to adjust. However, mademoiselle, it is also very possible that they do not wish to travel so far from the homes and families that they love. Oh yes, I didn't think of that. I would not wish to leave either. If I had the choice, I would rather be home with my papa. It's very difficult to leave behind all that you have known and travel to a foreign land. But this is a foreign land to you. Wasn't it difficult to leave your family and your home in France? Marette's smile was enigmatic. Who can say? Perhaps it is for the best, in the best of all possible worlds. New week. Would you like to sit in front of the mirror while I brush your hair, mademoiselle? Sure, let me save first. Oh, I don't think so. Not by the mirror. You see, it is nice to sit and think while you run the brush through my hair. Sometimes I remember stories, or I think of things I want to see someone else. Other times it helps me relax. It must be like that for Tybalt when someone is petting him. If I were looking to the mirror, then the Sarah in the mirror would be looking back at me, and we would have to pay attention to each other, or else we might be thought impolite. Marette laughed in the back of her throat. That is as you wish. I had thought of doing something different with your hair, and if you could see, then you would know more quickly if you thought yes or no if I could change it if you did not like it. Well, I think it's better to look at it when you finish. If you stop reading a book in the middle, you might have the wrong idea of what it's all about. Then I will show you when I am done. Marette is so kind. I would be terribly lonely in these rooms without her. The school is full of other girls, but they are like me, guests of Miss Minchin. We live in the same house, but they are not part of my household. Marette is the only person who belongs to me. Oh, yeah, that's not strange. It is nice to sit and think while she brushes my hair, and she has a better way with it than my old ayah did. But I do miss my papa so. If he were here, if he were coming to visit me as some girls' parents do, how happy my life would be. I wonder where my papa is now. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to speak. No, it is good, mademoiselle. You should speak your thoughts. Your father sailed away many weeks ago by now. By now he is in India, yes? Home and safe, thinking about how different the house seems without your footsteps. Oh, I don't want to think of him sad and lonely. It is right that he misses you and that you miss him. That is how things should be. But that does not mean your life is nothing but sadness, does it? No, and I do not think I am melancholy. I would not wish to be. I enjoy my books and my friends. So you see, your papa, he will be lonely, but he will feel other things. He will live his life, but he will also think of you. I believe you will hear from him soon. Yeah, this is something I just realized is this is kind of like blood code. I just hope it's not like that, though. I hope you're right. No, you must be right. My papa will write me letters as soon as the ships can carry them, and I will treasure his words. And I do hope that my papa has a friend to take care of him, as Merit cares for me. Okay, writing diary. Practice dance. Tea party. Play with toys. Read a book. Writing. Dancing. Visiting. Playing. And reading. While Sarah was walking throughout the school, she heard a great commotion coming from a nearby room. The first high-pitched shriek made her stop, concerned that one of the younger girls must have injured herself. Sarah was a quiet and solemn girl herself, but they made no judgment against those whose temperaments led them to cry out loudly when they were in pain. However, the wailing went on and on, and more angry than miserable, and the voice was recognizably Lottie's. Sarah came in closer and began to make out the accompaniment of a frustrated adult that had been drowned out by childish tantrum. What are you crying for? There is nothing wrong with you. I haven't got any Mama! Stop crying, for heaven's sake. Oh, the slang series is going on, but I will end this part and see you in the next one. See ya!